Hi, I'm Yannick Hanfman.
I'm Ilya Marchenko.
I'm Dennis Kudla.
This is Sebastian Olfner.
It's Marc-Andrea Whistler.
I am Francisco Cerundolo.
And you're listening to the GTL
podcast.
Hopefully you enjoy it.
Hopefully.
US Open time, baby! Let's go! Welcome back, tennis fans. The US Open is here and I cannot wait. It is Flushing Meadows. It is the exciting Grand Slam of the year. The crowd are rowdy and so are we here on GTL, and we're going to be taking you through the men's draw preview first. JG, are you pumped? Are you excited? And are you ready for hopefully another epic one like we had last year?
Yes, I can't wait for the US Open to begin. Apologies about yesterday. I only got through half of the draw reaction. There was a family emergency. My granddad a bit unwell, so I had to go straight to him to the hospital. Hopefully, things are going to be okay there. It's kind of overshadowed a lot of my US Open thoughts, and certainly the women's draw, because I've not actually looked at it still.
Wow.
My mind's been a bit all over the place with that, so hopefully he's okay. I've got a treatment coming up very soon as well, so I'm going to be getting laser eye surgery, for those who don't know, in a few hours' time. Hopefully, I will still be able to cover most of the US Open. Let's get straight into it. We'll start off with the men's, and the men's is something I am quite familiar with because, of course, I did the draw reaction with you yesterday. Yep. I think the big talking point is Djokovic's draw. I find it is extremely easy, and I don't want to be dismissive to the opponents he's got to play. I just find if you compare what he's got to Alcaraz, it just seems near impossible that Djokovic doesn't make the final. And I'm interested to see how your bracket's going to look. I don't know officially what I'm going to choose, but just on the outset, Djokovic in the final seems pretty much a certainty. I'll be surprised if I don't have it.
I mean, I know what you're saying. Looking at the draw and the way it fell, I've sort of made a case in the routes to the final videos as well that Alcaraz, we said the same thing at Wimbledon. He had a horrible draw there as well, and look where he ended up. He ended up Wimbledon champion. So I feel that anything is possible for Carlos Alcaraz, and if anything, it just makes him better and better the more he's able to get through the tough draws. So I love seeing him run the gauntlet, maybe even more so than I like seeing Djokovic run the gauntlet, because he's new to the game and we get to see him up against all of these great players and becoming what could be the greatest of all time eventually. We never know. He could be the one who overtakes all of the big three down the line, but it's still very young in his tennis career.
Long way to go until we can ever be speaking about that. Let's bring up the previous champions, because that man, Carlos Alcaraz, is the guy who won it last year. The year before was Daniel Medvedev. We had Dominic Thiem, Rafael Nadal, and Djokovic. The last time he won it, 2018. So this is the slam. You could probably say in the last few years he struggled with the most. Of course, he had the incident where he was disqualified in the year Dominic Thiem won. He lost in the final to Daniel Medvedev, trying to complete the calendar slam. And last year was unable to even go to the US. So it's been a bit of a slam which Djokovic hasn't got on too well with in recent years. But you can see his name there many times. He's won this one quite a few times. I forget how many he's actually won it now. Do you know?
What, Novak Djokovic?
Yeah, the US Open.
3 times. His equal worst slam, as we now know.
Only 3? I thought it was 4.
Yeah. No, it's equal worst slam for Novak Djokovic. We can have a look up the list just to confirm. 2011, we got 2015 and 2018. So there's a nice gap in between each time he wins it. We had a nice 4 years, a nice 3 years, maybe a nice 5 years.
Well, he's getting better. He's aging like fine wine, Novak Djokovic. You can't say he's getting worse with age. He's certainly looking in great physical condition. And with the draw, maybe some people will say he's the favourite now.
Well, looking at this list, I think this is one of the best lists to look at for champions, where you go down the list and you actually see a nice variety. Like, I mean, I know that some of the best players in there. But we've got your Medvedev, you've got Dominic Thiem, you've got Stan Wawrinka, Cilic, Andy Murray. I mean,
It's the same with the women's as well. The US Open is the surprise slam out of all of them. So are we going to get a Raducanu story here or a Dominic Thiem story? It would take some asking, I feel, to beat Djokovic or Alcaraz. On the women's, however, as much as we've got the big three in Iga, Sabalenka and Rybakina, who's been struggling with a few sort of illnesses and injury problems, Saba mentally a bit fragile, and Iga, I don't think she was as good as what she was. I think that one could be very open, and we may be seeing a name we're not expecting. Just like Wimbledon, Vondrousova, she was, I think in the book is, I think it was like 100 to 1 or something to win, maybe even shorter odds, or longer odds, sorry. I don't know. I think it's going to be, I think it could be a name we're not talking about. Mate, whether that's outside the top 50, let's wait and see.
Maybe Cocciaretto. She's doing all right at the moment. Anyway, let's stick with the men's anyway for now. Well, you never know. These young Americans, mate, they're all in my surprise packages. So I'm hoping we've got one more surprise package left for our last countdown episode. Yeah. So maybe I'll try and nab her as well. Let's wait and see. I
am really looking forward to it though. Just all this talk of the US Open now, it's actually just upon us. It's a bit annoying. I've got this surgery and I couldn't really postpone it to any other day. But this is the way life works, and I'm hoping still to catch a lot of the US Open. I'm going to be listening in to all the watch-alongs and maybe some of the radio as well. If I'm not able to watch things, at least I can hear other commentary. And you never know. Sometimes when you're put in situations like this in life, you pick things up. And through doing this, just without my senses being 100%, I may improve my commentary because I'll be listening to other people commentate, which I don't necessarily do when I've got eyes because I like to watch it myself.
Very true. Well, that is all things we can take into consideration. Whoever's commentating on these matches, remember, extra descriptions for JG who will be listening. So
and that's another thing. I can judge it as if someone who can't see. I can be like, how does it work for them?
Exactly. So
you've got to turn everything into a positive. So this is my positive outlook on the whole situation I'm currently undertaking. Hopefully it will be very positive because fingers crossed I won't have to wear glasses very soon.
Well, exactly. And you will be maybe one of our audio listeners for a few days. And if you are one of our audio listeners and you are on Apple Podcasts, please go on there, give us a 5-star review, leave us a nice comment as well. It really does just help us move up the tennis podcast rankings, and we'd love to see more people join in. There are some like little polls and stuff I tried to put out on Spotify as well if you're on there. Yeah, so go and answer them as well.
Yeah, we've been growing the audio base, so check it out on Spotify, give us 5 stars and have a listen. It'd be great to have you on board with the YouTube and, of course, the audio side.
Most definitely. Right, let's get into the main draw proper. I will flick it over, and here we go. We have got Carlitos Alcaraz at the top. He is the reigning defending champion at the US Open, but not only that, he is the winner of the last Grand Slam that we have just watched as well. So there's a lot floating around for Carlos Alcaraz in this tournament, and he will be playing Dominic Koepfer. I mean, I feel like we're going to whiz through the first couple of rounds because I think we pretty much know. We may stop on one or two just because they're more interesting popcorn matches and harder to decide. But I think looking at the draw, there's some easy matches for some of the big players.
So does that mean we stop on the first one? Dominic Koepfer?
Yeah, I mean, Alcaraz out. Probably out, yeah, I reckon so. They've never played before, but I don't think he's going to even trouble Alcaraz at all.
You saying this, but do you remember when Koepfer
took a set?
I'm doing exactly what you did at one. He took a set from Medvedev in the year he won the US Open, right?
Yeah, he's not the same player now. That's the only thing.
On. Got the police coming for you.
I know. I don't know what's going on.
Loud, gosh.
Quick, run! No, I don't know what's going on.
Saying, I agree. Alcaraz to beat Koepfer. I'm going to have Lloyd Harris beating Pella.
Yep.
I'm going to go Jordan Thompson to knock out Van der Zandslup.
I'm not. I'm going to go Butik because I think a Grand Slam he's pretty decent.
I'm going to have Evans beating Gallant. Evans, of course, won his title not too long ago. And I think he's riding a little bit of a ripple. So you never know. Could do some good things.
Talon to beat Arthur Fees.
Just quickly on that one, I reckon it will be 5 sets. I'm calling a 5-set match, Greek Sport Fields. I think he might turn up, Arthur. He's young, Ben. He's one of the youngest players inside the top 100. And
not 5 for me. I think good Explorer in 4. I'll go with.
he's a good player. I think you dismiss him a little bit. You was very high on him, and now you've gone off him a little bit.
I've not gone off him. I just like him more on indoor hard court than I do on outdoor hard.
Oh, I'll stop all of these fanatics.
Well, so I am a fanatic on the indoor hard court. But anyway, let's go down. Arnaldi Kubler. That's tough, but I think I'm going to be going with Arnaldi.
I don't know. I'm going to go Kubler.
Kokkinakis to beat the qualifier. Norrie,
yeah, just quickly on the qualifiers, we'll be doing a video just going through some of our qualifiers to watch. It's not going to be as long as usual. We're going to condense it because we've listened to some of your guys' opinions on how we should run the channel, and we feel the qualifier section should be a little bit shorter. Still all the same information, but we'll just condense it. You know, don't have to listen to all the waffle in between.
That's it. So, and then we will still give each other a little bit of a stick here and there throughout the tournament because we still will be aware of it. Norrie, I'm going to have to beat Shevchenko, even though he's in not great form. Norrie, I still think he's too good.
Yeah, I'll have Zverev beating Vukic.
Yep.
I'm going to go Altmaier beating Lestien.
Same.
Murray beating Moutet.
Yeah, but
Could be a good match, though. Moutet has the ability to turn up. I reckon he'll smack a few rackets, and Andy Murray will be talking probably the whole way. That could be a fun match, a funny one. I think we'll see some tennis TV clips because Andy Murray could really get under his skin with all the constant talking.
Might be telling him to shut up at one point.
Yeah, I reckon that's going to happen. I'll put it out there. Clip that. I'll have Dimi beating Molchan. Echeverry beating the qualifiers. Having a fantastic year, Echeverry, on all surfaces.
I can't
Stan Wawrinka, Nishioka. Tough.
I'm going to go Stan.
It's really tough. I'm going to go Stan as well, but I reckon 5 sets. I'll have Sonego to beat the qualifier. Sinner to beat Hanfmann. Not a good draw for Hanfmann. Medvedev to beat Attila Balazs. That's probably the most straightforward first round match of the lot.
2 Aussies here. Purcell, O'Connell. Both been playing well this year. I think Max Purcell, based upon
He's been
current
playing
form,
better. I think Purcell's been playing better. I'll have Nishikori, who's back. He's been playing some nothing events, to be honest, and winning them against nobodies. Now he's playing the US Open. It's going to be a level up. But he's class. I mean, Kai Nishikori is a class tennis player. If everything goes right for him, he could go right. He could go far.
Yeah. I'm going to be having Coric to beat Bias.
Me too.
Jarry to beat Van Ascher.
Yep.
Mickelson, the wild card to knock out Ramos Vanolas. I'm
going to go Ramos here.
I knew you would. I knew it. There's always going to be a bit of this in there. Just going against my surprise packages. Yibing Wu to beat Lajovic, but I'm not that confident on that for some reason.
Do you remember Lajovic at the start of the year? He was just unplayable. He beat Djokovic. He just beat everyone.
He's your dark horse for every event after.
He made me believe how good he was, and now I've just given up on him. I think his purple patch is over.
Yeah, him going out to Wu, then Dimonor beating a qualifier. Is Hachanov even playing? No idea. If he does, I'll have him going through.
Yeah, I'll have him going through this one. I'll have Isner beating Acosta last event. He'll have the crowd as well. Draper beating Albot. Hurkacz beating Huesler. Berrettini beating Umber.
Yep.
Berrettini, another fitness issue with him. Not sure how he's going to fare. I'm going to go Schwartz and beat Rindernet.
I mean, that's a tough one. Yeah, go on. I'll jump on that one with you. I want him to do well. More than that, I believe.
Monfils to beat the qualifier.
Yes.
Rublev to get revenge, but I'm not sure.
I think it will, but I think he'll drop a set still.
Yeah.
I think he might lose the first set and then come back.
I'll have Rude beating the qualifier.
Yep. Wolf to beat Zhang.
Yeah, the Wolf to beat Zhang. Kotov, Hijikata. I'm going to go Kotov.
I'm going to go Hijikata here. I don't know. That one's a tough one.
Fucsovic Korda. Wow.
I'm going to go Korda. We're in the US.
What's Korda been up to?
It's good that you asked that because I don't have it prepared, but I can have a look at it. But right, let's just have a quick look at Korda. So Korda
He pulled out.
And
yeah, he just pulled out of his match.
He just lost to Fucsovic as well. So
No, he beat Vucevic. What are you talking
Oh,
about?
sorry, he just beat. I was looking at the wrong head-to-head. He just
Yeah.
beat Vucevic. I think that he'll be okay. If he's pulled out, then it's just precautionary anyway. There's been a lot
He
of
just beat Gasquet, got to the semi-final, then pulled out in Winston-Salem. So
there's been a lot of
based off
people
that,
talking
I'm gonna
about
have
that.
Corda beating him.
They've been saying that there's too many retirements just due to not actual injuries.
Well, I can understand it. I mean, the money's
Yeah.
so high for the US. It's the priority.
There's your boy Watanuki up against Manarino. Surely he's going to do it.
Yep, I'll have Watanuki, please.
Oh, Manarino, look, he's back 22 in the world.
Give Watanuki it, Ben. He's doing it. The legend.
He's not
I'm
bad.
going to go Gasquet Marazan. I'm going to go...
I'm going Gasquet for the all French affair second
Has
round.
Marazan done anything? What's he been up to?
I mean, he beat
beat
Alcaraz, and that was it. Since
Funny,
then,
isn't it? Since he beat Alcaraz, like he's just not existed.
that's what I mean. That day, he would have beaten anybody. I still stick by it. I think that it was just played lights out tennis, and no one could get near him. But since then,
I think he's just playing. He's just been playing on the clay.
yeah. So it's not going to do him any favours.
I'm going to go
Gasquet beats
Marazan anyway.
Nah, not for me.
He's beat Alcaraz. That's enough for me.
Offner.
Offner Borges. What a match. I'm going to go Offner.
Yeah, I'm going Offner as well. Go on, Seb.
TFO here. I'm not sure
Yep.
who TN is. Must be a
Lerner.
young guy.
Lerner on the tour. by
Must
the
be
looks of
learning
it.
tennis. I'll have Tommy Paul.
Yep. Safulin
Safulin Cecchinato.
Yeah, Safulin
Yeah,
for me.
Safulin. I'm going to go
Ivashka.
Vashka to beat Cerundolo.
Yep.
Fakina to beat Duran.
This is the one which I feel that is going to mess me up. I'm going for Kina, but every time I go against Giron, he messes my bracket up. And don't know how he does it. He just pulls wins. He's beat Holger Luna in Toronto, so he's beat Rusevori as well. That's just what I mean.
You don't know what you're
Then he
gonna
lost
get
to
with
Michael Moe in the last match.
What a fantastic matchup this is. I didn't realise. Bublik team. That's a popcorn one to cover in the first round.
Fantium match.
Yeah, it's a Fantium matchup. I
They
don't know
gotta
who
be-
wins it.
They got to be fuming with that. They're like, oh, one of our players is going to go out.
Maybe they're not fuming because I mean one's going to definitely go through.
Wow.
Better than previous events where they've both gone out.
True. I think Dominic team could do it if Bublik just has a little bit of a blip.
I think I'll go Bublik then.
Go on, I'll go team. I'll go
I'm
with
going to have
it.
Ben Shelton here, definitely.
Yep.
I'm going to go Lehechka to beat Karatsev.
Yeah, I
Runa
feel
to
so.
beat Boyna. Sissipas
Yeah.
Raonic. Wow.
I know, mate. He doesn't get any favours.
Sissipas has got a terrible draw here.
Well, we wait to see what's coming up for Tsitsipas as well. If you think this is tough,
He's not winning the US Open, is he, Sissipas? He's going to have to do it the hard way.
could be facing Eubanks in the third round again. Like,
Will he go out to Raonic, Ben?
it is possible.
I'm going to go Sissipas.
It depends if Badoza asks him to, I think. If she's like, well, I do like New York and the sights, we could go around the city for a couple.
But those is putting her all into this one. Why you bottled it? I thought you was going to go Raonic.
No, I'm not going around it.
Bottle
He's not back up to his like top level yet.
All
Come
talk,
on.
isn't you, Ben? That's all you are. all
Poprin
talk.
Poprin will be tougher than Raonic.
I'm going to go Quentin Halise to beat Bonzi.
Oh, the canton.
I feel like them two always play each other. I don't know what it
Yeah.
is.
Stuck together.
Eubanks to beat Quansoon. Massetti to beat the qualifier.
Yeah.
I'm going to go Brer to beat the qualifier. I'll
Not that
have...
confident. Kitsmanovic to beat Varillas.
I'm going to go Varillas to beat Kecmanovic.
Not on a hard court for me. Fritz to beat Big Steve. Good to see Big Steve back in a draw.
Gosh. Wouldn't want to play him first round.
And for me, seed out. Felix going out to Mackenzie McDonald first match.
It's probably going to happen, but I'm going to go Felix. One round.
Yeah.
I'm going to go qualifier to beat Hugo Delian.
Yeah, I think so as well.
Vesely to beat the qualifier.
I think the
Cerundolo
qualifier
to beat
beats
the qualifier.
I think Cerundolo will win. I think Vesely out as well here.
Nah, Vesely, that's not... You're just trying to protect Djokovic. I know your game.
I don't know if Vesely will make it to the stage where he has to play Djokovic.
He will, Ben. He's going to do it. He's right there with him. Look. What are you talking about?
He's miles away. Right, anyway. Jer Nakashima. I'm going Nakashima. Jer
I'm going
moved into the
Nakashims.
seat. Qualify. I don't know who they are. Just pick one. Ethan Quinn versus Zabata Morales. I mean, I'm going Tabata Morales. Ethan Quinn has on a bit of a losing streak on the Challenger Tour, so I'm not sure how he's going to do well in the ATP Grand
You'll have
Slam.
the crowd, but that's about it. And then Djokovic to beat Muller Light.
Muller Light or Muller Fruit Corner? Which one is it? I thought it was Miller.
Djokovic's going to put some fruit in him.
That's it. Right, let's get back to the top again.
Halfway through.
Alcaraz to beat Harris with ease. Evans to beat Butik. Van der Zandschulp, I reckon.
I'm going to go Thompson to beat Evans. So I've got a seed out here.
All right, fair enough. I'm going to have Talon Griekspoor to knock out Analdi.
Talon to beat Kubler.
I'm going to have... I think Kokkinakis could beat Cam Norrie. I'm going to go Kokkinakis to knock out Norrie here.
I'm going to go Norrie, seeing as he's got that college pedigree.
Maybe. He's not a US player that's not from US, not from GB, not from anywhere. It's like what do they call it? A nomad. Just like floats around the different countries.
He's British, Ben.
Yeah,
I'll have Zverev beating Altmaier. Murray beating Dimitrov in a fantastic 5-set thriller what goes into the evening. Everyone's there yawning on court like, when's it going to end? But no, everyone's going to be loving it. Murray's going to come for a marathon match to beat Dimitrov, and then he's going to be so exhausted in the next round. Zverev's going to just box him off the court.
Yeah, ace him off, yeah. Stan to beat Echeverry, I'm going to go with.
Yeah. Sonego Sinner early doors. I'll have Sinner.
Yeah, for me, definitely the stronger.
Medi to beat Purcell.
Oh, that's a toughie. But I'll go with Medi as well.
I'm going to go Nishikori to beat Chorich.
Not for me. I'm going to go... Chorich, I don't know what's... He's so difficult to predict, but I'm going to go with him. He's probably got enough to beat Nishikori.
I'm going to have Jarry beating Ramos.
I've got Mickelson, Jarry. I feel like that would probably be the end of the line for Mickelson. Jarry, a bit too good.
I'm going to go Dimonor to beat Wu.
Yep, same here.
Wu can take a set or two.
Not at the moment. He's not as in good form as he was last year. Khachanov, really? I mean, is he playing? Please, I'm not going to.
I'm going Big John anyway. Big John in the US.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what's happened to Khachanov. So I can't. I'm going to go Big John as well. The big hurrah. Well, I might even get his button uploaded. We'll just play it throughout
we'll have
the
to
tournament.
Retire it. We're gonna have
I
to
put it
post
on
as
Twitter.
the
If you want to check it out, it was requested on Twitter, and I posted it yesterday. So,
yeah, but we need to add it to the Serena button and the Juan Martin Del Potro, and then John Isner. He's up there with the legend status.
Barty.
The retired buttons. Barty Party.
Yeah.
When they retire, we've got to post the button. Remember, so we get the John Isner button will be posted. Well, hopefully not too soon, because I want him in the second week.
Yeah.
Berrettini will beat Schwartzman.
Do we miss Hurkacz Draper?
Sorry, I put Hurkacz to beat Draper.
Draper to Wilt.
Hurkacz is just world class in these conditions. I think he's kind of a player I want to add to my catalogue. I think it's a good point.
I've already got him, I think.
Do you?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, it's a bit dead.
Yeah, I know. I think I snapped him up.
So hopefully Draper wins then. Berrettini to beat Schwartzman. Well, I'm going for a big call. Monfils to knock out Andre Rublev.
Not for me. I don't think so.
Boring, Ben. 8th seed. You'll have them in the quarterfinals. Is Ben, another thing, let us know in the comments section. We don't know. Is Ben going to have the 1-8 quarterfinals? He had it
I like that one.
He had it for Wimbledon. He loves a 1-8. He's very boring, and if he doesn't know what's going on, he just.
Did I have 1-8 in the women's? I can't remember.
I think he went for the double. He's just a very boring type of guy. He loves a 1-8. Are we going to get it here? He's pushed Rublev through another round. Get your comments in right now before you get to the end of the video. Of course, this is live for me and Ben, so I don't know what he's going to do.
I've been quite brave with some of my stuff from recent weeks, but some of yours have been a little bit boring, so maybe we'll see yours. We've had a lot of 1-2s on your end of your tournaments. But anyway, we'll move down. Casper Ruud, I think, will get past Wolf. Bear in mind, he's the reigning runner-up, if you can say that. Last year's runner-up. He does get all right draws sometimes, old Casper Ruud, and maybe this isn't the worst draw for him again, I think. He could have had a lot worse draw. Qualifier, Wolf, and then potentially Seb Korda.
Ruud is someone who always gets a nice draw, and he was the finalist here as well. So I'll put Ruud through. He's another one, Ben, number 5, so you'll have him in your quarters. I'm going to go to beat Kotov. like you've done. I'm
Oh,
going to go Tanuki to beat Marazan.
I'm going to have Gasquet to knock out Manarino. I quite like Gasquet at the moment.
Can Offner knock out TFO?
No.
Me too.
Sorry,
I think TFO wins that. I'll have Tommy Paul beating Safulin.
Yep.
Vakina beating Ivashka.
Yep.
I'm going to go Shelton to beat Bublik in the US.
I'm going Shelton as well. One of my surprise packages to knock out Team.
I think you got a good one there. Lehechka not maybe a good one.
Wow.
But he's one of mine.
Well,
He's got a
Lehechka
tough
might
draw.
be a good one because Holger Rune carrying an injury coming into this tournament. And if he's not at his best, Lehechka's a nightmare matchup for him.
He's not nice. I wouldn't like to play him, would you?
No, I mean, he's solid. That's the thing. If you don't put him away, he'll be there. And I think that could be a 5-set match. I'm not going to lie. I feel Holger Rune's got a lot of desire, and I think it will get him through. But it could be a 5-setter.
Yep, I'm going to have Holger Rune as well. I'll have Sister Pass beating Poprin.
Yeah, go on. I want the next round matchup. That's right.
Eubanks beating Quentin Elise. Of course, definitely. Here he comes. Big Chris.
Big Chris. Come
Legend.
on. I might
One of my
swap
favourite players.
new button to be released during this US Open. Big Chris rather than Big John. We retire the Big John button. We get the Big Chris button, maybe.
I might have Chris Eubanks winning the US Open, yeah. I'm just thinking about it now.
I would love it if you do.
Massetti to beat Barrera.
Yeah, I mean, this section's a bit dead, to be
Yeah,
honest.
Fritz beating Varias.
I mean, if Fritz doesn't do well
Because
in
we're
this
getting to Djokovic is close to Djokovic. That's why it's getting dead.
If Fritz doesn't make, what is that, the 4th round, then I mean, he's had an awful tournament.
I think he needs to retire and just go to do Netflix with his girlfriend.
Go on TikTok. Right, Mackenzie McDonald. I mean, I think if he beats Felix, he'll beat a qualifier.
I'll have Surundolo beating Vesely, Nakashima beating the qualifier, and Djokovic beating Zapata Morales.
Yep, for sure.
Crazy
That'll
draw
be
for Djokovic so far.
I mean, nuts. Right, let's move back to the top again. We're starting to get through. We're into the 3rd round. Dan Evans versus Alcaraz. I mean, he's played him twice. He's never won a set, so I'm going to go
that's
Alcaraz.
an easy one. Alcaraz Thompson, though, is not so easy. Thompson's just taking a set off him, but I think he'll still beat him. In a best-of-5 format, it's just a little bit more in the favour of the Spaniard.
I'm going to have Kokkinakis going through again. I feel that he's good at a slam. So
I've got Greek Spore Norrie. I'm going to have Norrie beating Greek Spore.
Okay. Well, you want the Norrie-Alcaraz matchup. He's one with a good head-to-head against Alcaraz. Right. Zverev, Murray. I feel that's the end of the line for Sir Andy.
Yeah, I think Murray's exhausted after just going about 8 hours with Dimitrov, so I'll have Zverev.
Nice.
I'm going to go Sinner to beat Wawrinka. I feel like we've
Yep.
seen that match recently. I'll have Medvedev beating Nishikori. That'd be a great run for Nishikori if he can get that far.
Yeah, Medi to beat Chorich for me as well.
And this is a big call for me. I'm going to go Jarry to beat Dimonor.
No, I don't think so. I think Dimonor's form recently has been better than Jarry, so I'll go with the form guy.
There's a lot of people calling Dimonor to beat Medvedev in the next round, by the way. I saw it on Twitter earlier.
Oh, I mean, that's the matchup I want to see. I mean, can Medvedev... He seems to be going through a bit of a not purple patch.
Dimonor can beat him.
Yeah. I feel like he's got the pace, and
purple's a good colour, Ben. What's
I
the
know,
bad
that's
one?
what
Brown.
I mean. That's what is he's going for a brown patch. Doesn't sound too good though, does it? I don't know what they say.
He's going for a skid mark.
He's skidding all over the court. I don't know what's up with him. He's got the
He's
squibs.
like an octopus out of water.
Ah, yeah, it's true.
Isner Hurkacz. I'll have Hurkacz beating Isner.
Yeah, that's a
5 sets, 5 tie breaks.
three tie breaks, and then Hurkacz wins.
It could be 4 tie breaks actually. Isner just takes one of them. He takes the first one and then just his stamina just slowly decreases. He could get to a tie break, but like on the return games, it's all like game to love.
Yeah, probably.
For
I mean, here we go. The gauntlet set again. Rublev. He's played Rusevori, who just beat him. Monfils, who's in amazing form. Now we'll play Berrettini. Why not? I mean, why not make it just get harder and harder?
Oh, it might be Schwartzman.
I mean, Berrettini, to be fair, though, we don't know what sort of form he's in. I mean, he's struggling with a bit of mental health problems at the moment as well.
I've got Gal Monfils Berrettini. I've already got Rublev out, so Mine's easy. It's Galmon Feast continues to charge. Beats Rublev, then beats Berrettini.
Yeah, I'm going with Rublev. I think that
Boring
Berrettini's
Ben strikes
not
again.
that's
Boring
sensible.
Ben strikes again.
Sensible, to be honest. I mean,
Yeah, he is number 8, so you need him in your quarters. So a few more rounds, yeah.
don't necessarily need him in my quarters, but I think that he'll beat Berrettini. I feel that Rublev is still good in a slam. He just can't make it into the deep waters, can he?
Oh, sorry. Yep.
Well, it's
Number
all right.
5, Ben.
We'll come back to it once Monfils is out.
Ben, there's
Right.
number 5 there.
I don't know. This is tougher. This one's tougher. Ruud versus Korda. This could be the actual matchup where we see Casper Ruud finally tested at a slam early on. So I want to check out their head-to-head before I make a decision.
Oh, he's
And the
thinking about it.
Yeah, I mean, the head-to-head on this one does play a factor for me. I can't just jump in all
I'm going to
guns.
go Ruud to beat Korda.
Yeah, and I think that there's a head-to-head between their fathers as well. Is it Christian Ruud or is this somebody else different?
Yeah.
It says Ruud versus Christian Ruud versus Petra Korda.
Yeah.
That's interesting, but I can't see the head-to-head. My internet's not working, so there you
They're
go.
not playing, Ben.
Okay, I'll just go with Korda. There you go, Ruud out.
He's being brave. I've got it in his head.
It's not in the head.
Red
For me,
He'll have Djokovic out next round now.
For me, that's a difficult one. For me, this is an easy one. I'll go TFO. I'm going all the Americans, as you can see. Nothing changes. Moving down.
Tommy
Paul.
Paul for Kina. I'm going for Kina.
No, I'm going Tommy Paul. Americans again. Right.
Yeah,
so
high seed as well. Ben Shelton versus Haniga Runa.
Could
I'm
this
going to
be
have Ben Shelton. Runa out. The number 4 seed. The 4th quarter. I'm having him out here.
I like it as well. I'm going to go for it too. I'm having all Americans. Look at these Americans you can all see. Korda,
You do
TFO,
this every year, I feel.
Tommy Paul, Ben Shelton. We're going to have all Americans by the end.
For people who haven't watched some of our draw previews in the past, have a watch Roland Garros for our draw preview. But then there's Manarino in the semi-final because he's French.
Cascade Manarino semi-final. Oh, brilliant. Arthur Fees won it all. Let's go to the next one. This is the big one. Tsitsipas Eubanks. Surely, Tsitsipas, he's just been through the gauntlet. 2 5-set matches on the way to play Eubanks, probably with Raonic and with Popper.
Eubanks has just got there without any backspin on his backhand, just easily just cruising to this round.
He's only dropped 5 games.
He's going to blitz Tsitsipas. I'm having Chris Eubanks knocking him out. One of my players to watch. I think he was the first one in there as well.
You got to remember.
Add him to the catalogue. Come on, Chris.
He did make it to... he has lost to some lower ranked players at the US Open, but he was in the final. You did predict him the final of the Australian Open as well, and he did make it to the final of the Australian Open. So I'm going to think... I think
He's
Tsitsipas...
7th seed as well.
Well, we're going to come and see how these players get on. I think that's a tough one, but I feel that Tsitsipas... Eubanks hasn't been quite at the races since Wimbledon, so you jump... You're like going like, whoa, go on, Eubanks.
Eubanks.
Yeah, but...
Because you cheered Monfils to beat him.
If you're such a big fan of Eubanks, what's he done since Wimbledon then? Come on,
He's going to win the US Open. He only plays in slams. I'm going to have Fritz beating Musetti. He's a big match player.
What, since Wimbledon?
Yeah, he's a big match player now.
Since Wimbledon, he's a big match player. Right, Fritz to beat Musetti, I believe. And we'll move down. I'm going to have Cerundolo finally knocking out an American. I think that is a good section for Cerundolo.
I'm going to have Felix beat Cerundolo. Felix still going.
Yeah. What are you doing? I mean, you've gone against everything that you've talked about. Felix is done. He's terrible. What's he done? He's
got an easy draw until Djokovic.
What? Cerundolo's easy.
Cerundolo's not playing great.
Cerundolo.
I think Djokovic, honestly, couldn't have had it better if you tried.
I mean, Francisco Cerundolo is one of our lads. So
do you think this is the US Open's way of just saying, "Oh, I'm sorry for the last few years not allowing you to the US"? What we were going to do is we're going to do it behind closed doors and give you the easiest draw possible. So there's no way you can't make the final.
I even thought Moderna were going to pull out of the what is it sponsoring, but they didn't. They're still there. So
right.
Yeah, that would be the biggest
Djokovic
story.
beating Nakashima. Let's move on.
Right, yeah, Djokovic beating Nakashima. Right, move back to the top. Alcaraz, Kokkinakis. Easy for me. I think that's an easy win for Alcaraz again.
Yeah, I'll have Alcaraz beating Nori.
Sinner versus Zverev. That's a tougher matchup, but I'm going for Yannick Sinner to beat Zverev.
Yeah, me too. It's the quarterfinal match I want to see.
Moving down, we've got Daniil Medvedev versus Alex de Minaur. This is the big one. I don't think that Alex de Minaur on Grand Slams is proven, though, so I'm not going to go for Alex de Minaur on this occasion.
Yeah, I'm going to have Medvedev beating Jarry.
And the next one, we got my guy, Hubie. Here he comes. He knocks out Andrei Rublev.
Yeah, I'm also having Hubie Hurkacz, but beating Gal Monfils.
What? Get out. Surely not. Right, moving down. Quarter TFO, I'm going with Francis.
Rude TFO. It's rude not to. Sticking through. Casper Ruud.
Again. Wow,
Yeah.
He's going deep in this tournament again for
He
JG.
just seems to. He's got Grand Slam pedigree. You can't deny it.
Tommy Paul versus Ben Shelton. I think Tommy Paul, in the form he's in, I mean, I've been amazed how he played against Alcaraz. So if he continues that type of form, he could be a top 10 player very, very soon.
I've got Fakina Shelton. I'm going to go Shelton to
Wow.
continue the
I
charge.
would love that to happen. That
I think
would be...
Eubanks did it at Wimbledon. This is Shelton's turn.
Well, as long as it's one of the Americans going through, the crowd will be happy, that's for sure. Let's move down to the next bit. I mean, this is the Djokovic section. Tsitsipas and Fritz. Let me tell you just a quick one about Djokovic's head-to-heads against Fritz. It's against Fritz, I think it's 7-0, is it? Yeah, 7-0 against Fritz. And against Tsitsipas, he's won the last 10.
I mean, honestly, couldn't pick it better. If you were going to give him a top 10 seed, you'd probably pick these two right up there as number 1 and 2 for Djokovic.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I don't think it even matters who I pick. That's my honest opinion. I don't really know. Tsitsipas, is he a bit better than Fritz? I mean, maybe we're in the US. I'm going to go Fritz. There you go. I'm going to go Fritz to knock out Tsitsipas.
I'm also going Fritz to knock out Eubanks.
And then here we go. Novak Djokovic to beat Cerundolo.
Djokovic to beat Felix.
Well, he's got-
Canter.
So 1-1 on the head-to-head.
I mean, if Felix hits form, it could be funny. No, it's not going to be. That's not
Right.
a good match.
Move to the top. We have Carlos Alcaraz versus Yannick Sinner. And this one is the real nut scratcher. I think it's too tough to call. I mean, Yannick Sinner had match point against Alcaraz last year and could have won it in 4 sets. He's come on since last year. He's won his first Masters. Alcaraz has come on since last year. He's won another Grand Slam. Their head-to-head is 3 apiece. It couldn't be much closer, these two. They played each other twice this year as well. They played each other... Where did they play? They played in... The last match Sinner won. That was the Miami semi-final. And Carlos beat him before that in Indian Wells semi-final. So they've literally... There's nothing to pick between them when they go up against each other. And I think
They have match points against you. It can go either way. It really can. Depends how brave you're feeling.
I don't know how brave I'm feeling.
The thing is, because it is such a 50-50 matchup, it feels, I'm going to always go Alcaraz in that scenario. Do you know why? Because I feel like... No, not even. It's just like, if it's a toss-up, I'd rather have my money on Alcaraz, who's a proven winner, than someone who's not.
It's very true. And plus...
It's as simple as that. There's no disrespect to Sin. I think we'll see a fantastic match. But if I have to choose between two players who can really go toe-to-toe, and there's not much between them when they play, I would go for the one who's proven to win more. So I'll go Alcaraz. That's the only basis. I think it'll be a fantastic match, though.
I think there's somebody wants an Alcaraz Djokovic final. Who doesn't, though? That's the thing. No matter what we pick on this draw preview, I'm just telling you now, I want to see Djokovic Alcaraz again. The last one was so incredible. Yeah. I want it. I need it. There's something inside me. I need that matchup. It's the best match in the world right now. So that's what everybody's hoping for. No matter who you support, if you support tennis, that's the match. And you can't deny it. You can't say it. Even if you support one of the other players, that's the match.
Right, well, we can talk about that maybe in a minute then. We're still in the quarterfinals here, so let's get through the other rounds.
Right,
You're jumping the gun.
Right, so for mine, I'll go something big then on this, because this is just for the draw preview, and I'm going to go Yannick Sinner to knock out Carlos Alcaraz.
What? What do you mean it's just for the... Do you believe it, though, Ben, or not?
I think it can happen, yeah.
You're telling me Alcaraz is going to go out to Sinner now?
Yeah.
What were you just saying about you want to see the final Alcaraz?
Yeah, that's the final I want. That's not the final I'm predicting.
You don't think it's going to happen?
I don't know, but I'm going for this in my draw preview. I picked Sinner before a ball was even hit at the beginning of the year to win the US Open. So I've got to have some belief that he could actually do something this year.
Wow, big call then. The number one out in Ben's bracket. I've still got him going through. Next matchup, Medvedev-Hurkacz. I thought you'd already teed it up to say Alcaraz is through. Then when you said Sinner, I was like, what's going on?
No, because that's the match. I need to see that match. But my draw preview, I'm sort of shying towards Sinner. Maybe there could be something. We've seen a lot of players change in 2023 and step up. Like Coco Gauff might be another one as well. We'll have to wait and see for the women's. But Hurkacz, I'm going Hurkacz to knock out Daniil Medvedev.
No, I think Medvedev beats Hurkacz.
I don't think he's in that good a form.
Medvedev can do it.
I feel that Hurkacz is in better form than Medvedev coming into this tournament. And I feel that this could be an opportunity for Hubie Hurkacz to go deep in this slam.
Okay, bottom half now. I've got Casper Ruud Shelton and Taylor Fritz Djokovic. I'll start right from the bottom because I'd have Djokovic definitely beating Fritz. You've said the head-to-head. I see it still going that way. Yeah. And on Ruud Shelton, that's a tougher one to choose from.
I've got
I'm actually going to go for Ben Shelton to knock out Ruud and get to a Grand Slam semi-final.
Oh, my word. Ben, go on.
My favourite Ben.
Ah, boo. Tommy Paul TFO. I mean,
one and only Ben in my life. Ben Shelton.
Ben. So sad for me. I mean, what's happened? Been through so much together. I'm going to be going Tommy Paul to knock out TFO. And Tommy Paul makes the semi-final. And
yeah, I'm not mad at that.
I'm not wasting any time on the bottom. Sorry, Taylor Fritz. I'm having Djokovic. And it's going to be Djokovic, Tommy Paul in one semi-final. And the top one, probably a shock to a lot of you, is Sinner versus Hurkacz.
Just put it out there, Ben. I've got in your head with this 1-8.
Nope. This is what I had. I had coming into this. I had sort of an idea. I always had the one that I've decided sort of on the spot is Sinner versus Alcaraz, but the Hurkacz I always had beating Medvedev in this.
For me, it's easy anyway. Semi-final, Alcaraz Medvedev, and then Shelton Djokovic. I mean, in fact, let's start with the easier one first. I think Alcaraz will blitz Daniil Medvedev in the semi-finals.
Yeah.
Shelton Djokovic, if he just got to a semi-final, I think Ben Shelton will take the first set, and everyone's going to be like, "Oh my God, what's happening?" And then Djokovic is going to absolutely annihilate him in the next three. That's my prediction for that. I think it'll be 4 sets Djokovic, Shelton with the first, and everyone's like, "What is happening?" Ben Shelton is going to get to a Grand Slam final, but he won't. Because Djokovic will come through and win and give us the epic final. Novak Djokovic, Carlos Alcaraz. We're going to get it. We saw it in Wimbledon and we're going to get it at the US Open.
Wow, I mean, it would be incredible. I'm this part of me hoping you're right. But Yannick Sinner, Hurkacz, remember seeing them play in a final, wasn't it was that in Miami? I think it was during COVID, right. And Hurkacz won his first ever. I think it was the first Polish player to ever win a Masters as well. So this one, slightly different. Yannick Sinner, Hurkacz. I feel if he's come this far, Hurkacz surely
isn't partners. Is that what you said?
I didn't say that.
Oh no, but they are. They play doubles together. So they know each other's game inside out.
Well, I can imagine Hurkacz coming to the net a lot during this matchup. They're 2-2 in their head-to-head as well. Yannick Sinner, Has won every time they're playing outdoor hard, it seems Hurkacz has won. Oh, that sort of puts a spanner in the works of my theories. But Sinner won their last match up at Monaco.
I know you're going to put Sinner, so
yeah,
get
go
to
on.
it.
I'm going to go to Sinner.
I knew you was going to do it.
Go on.
I know what this one's going to be as well.
What? How do you know? It could be Tommy Paul.
Will Tommy Paul take a set? No.
I don't think so, no.
Okay. So there we go. You've gone for the Sinner Djokovic final. I've got the Alcaraz Djokovic one, a repeat of the Wimbledon final. What's going to happen in this one? Well, I'll have to tell you closer to the time if we are to get there. Of course, I'll do a more extensive preview based off what I've seen. But my initial thoughts before a ball's been hit at the US Open is that we're going to see probably the same as what we've been seeing in Cincinnati at Wimbledon. I feel it will probably go to a fifth set. As much as I want to be different and say, oh, one of them's going to just win in the straights, I don't think it will be like that. I think that Roland Garros one, we got it out the way. Alcaraz now mentally is going to be able to handle a situation in a Grand Slam final against Djokovic because he's beaten him in one. And we're just going to see the two of them go toe to toe, nothing separating them, all the way to the depths of a fifth set. And then who's going to win it? I mean, you might as well toss a coin.
I know what you mean.
We could see championship points either way. I don't know which way it's going to go. So, for Rafael Nadal, in memory of him, I'm going for Carlos Alcaraz to keep the title at the US Open and win in ridiculous fashion in a fifth set. Amazing matchup against Novak Djokovic.
I'm just going to have a look down this list to find the last person who defended the US Open. Can we see on this list? Who was the last person to defend the US Open?
Yeah, it's
Roger
not
Federer.
Federer a few times.
Yeah. Well, Federer, 5 in a row there. And since then, no one.
No, that's right.
And that's since 2008 it's not been defended. That is a long time. So that would be an incredible
I feel like
feat.
Alcaraz is the new Federer. So he can do it.
On
If
my
anyone
side-
can, Carlos can.
On my side, there's a lot of factors to take into consideration. I've got Sinner and Djokovic in the final. Novak Djokovic, he probably won't have had to have played too many difficult matches, I don't think, to even have got to this final. Jannik Sinner will have had to have beaten Carlos Alcaraz to get to this final, and Hubie Hurkacz, who had been in incredible form. His head-to-head against Djokovic, he's lost all 3 matches, but they've never played on hard court. They've only ever played on clay or grass. And this is the first time that they will meet on a hard court. And if Jannik Sinner has just beaten Carlos Alcaraz, who's to say he can't beat Novak Djokovic? Do you know what I mean, though? Do you see
He can't. Doesn't work like that. Sinner can't beat Djokovic now.
But if he's just beaten...
He's got the ability to, don't get me wrong, but
Yeah,
he's just
yeah.
not going to beat him in a Grand Slam because you've got stamina what comes into play and you've got the
sort of-
duration of a match. You're just not going to beat him then.
So I'm like so close to picking. You're pushing me to Djokovic at the moment, and I'm sort of
It's like me
trying
and
to
you.
find...
Listen, if we play each other and you get a lot better, you've got a chance of beating me in a one-set shootout for sure. You've shown that already. Or best of 3. There's a chance. If we played a best of 5 match, you're not beating me.
Yeah, I mean...
And you're like Sinner in this situation. I'm Novak Djokovic. In a best of 5 matchup, you're just not going to have me.
What about if I was to train for like 10 years?
Yeah, you'll be 70 years old.
Yeah, my body doesn't work by the end of that training regime. I'm going to have
the
to pick...
wheelchair.
Maybe I will. Maybe I'll be better there. I'm going to have to pick one then. I was sort of trying to find an excuse for Sinner to win this, and now you've sort of pushed me towards the main man, the number 24, Novak Djokovic. If we've said he's got an easy draw, then surely if there's an easy draw and he's just won Cincinnati, there's no reason he can't win the US Open as well.
Rafael Nadal will be watching at home, and he is going to be rooting for Carlos Alcaraz. He's going to make him proud. Carlitos, let's do this. Come on.
Right. Well, any dark horse picks for this one?
Yes.
I mean, we've got to be outside the top 20, as we know, for these ones. So
Easy.
yours is
I've got
easy.
loads. Yeah,
Have
he's
you-
my
have you got-
semi-finalist. Ben Shelton
Oh,
is
yeah.
my dark horse. He's
I
in the
love that.
semi-finals. Ben Shelton is a dark horse, one to watch at the US Open. In JG fashion, I'll give you a second one as well because I've been doing that quite a bit of late. And
Don't need it.
no, I'm going to give you one. It's going to be Nicholas Jarry as a dark horse.
So he stole that one from me. Good. So I can't pick that one out. That's
Oh, was you going to pick Jarry?
No, it's fine.
You
No,
didn't
it's fine.
you didn't have him going very far.
I'm joking. I'm joking. I
I
wasn't
think
gonna
Jarry could beat Medvedev as a shot.
I mean, it's very, very tough. I mean, I'd have to look to see who's going deepest in my draw, and then I'll just have to base it upon that.
It's Tommy Paul, Ben, isn't it?
He's too lower seed, mate. He's got to be outside top 20.
Oh, yeah. It must be hard for you. You probably have to go back to the second round to find someone.
You're probably right. Oh, no, it's Kokonakis. No. I mean, Cerundolo's not going to beat Djokovic, so it's just like, who's going to... I mean, Ben Shelton's there as well. I mean...
No, can't have him.
There's not really. I mean, you've already got him. I'll go Chris Eubanks then. There you go.
No, you can't have him.
Come on, I've got Chris
that.
Eubanks.
You
Come
can't
on.
have that.
There you go. So that angers JG, which makes me more happy than ever, to be honest. So you should have picked him. He's your main man. You love him.
He was my third one, but I couldn't get three in. I can't take all of them.
That's it, right. Chris Eubanks for me. You've got Ben Shelton. The Americans running riot, it seems, at the US Open.
Exactly that. Thank you, everyone, for watching. If you haven't already, hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, but don't go anywhere because right now we're going to be spinning the wheel for player roulette. This is, of course, the US Open. It's a Grand Slam. We do this for all of the Masters and all of the Grand Slams in the year. So if you want to be added to the wheel, it's not too late. We can give you the next best available player. Join the Patreon right now. The link will be in the description. It's easy to find. For as little as £3 a month, you can support the channel, allow us to keep doing content, and have some exclusive viewing rights as well, because we are posting a video on there very soon of me and Ben playing. Can I announce who it is?
Yeah, go for it.
With Sebastian Offner. So the legend, we met him out in Portugal and we got a hit with him. We returned some of his serves. If you want to watch that, it will be on the Patreon very, very soon. So join the Patreon if you want to watch it. We won't be posting it on YouTube for a very long time. So that's the only way to watch it. And of course, you've got a chance to win a prize through Player Roulette.
Exactly. There, all the stuff on Patreon. There will be like extended versions of these bits of content as well. So we'll have some like post-match reactions and stuff from our time playing with these challenges, and there will be some GTL challenges coming up. But yeah, let's get to it. This is Player Roulette, and we will spin the wheel. Give us, I don't know how much you want to count down from.
I'll give you 5.
All right,
Start
then.
spinning it.
Right, here we go. Let's start spinning the wheel.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop the wheel.
Okay, let's go to the seed
Dan
order.
Evans there with Ardil. Ricky Mano's got Carlos Alcaraz. So
Wow.
iconic with Novak Djokovic. Goldflake with Daniel Medvedev. Tennis for me has got Holger Rune. Gene's got Casper Ruud. Oh, my eyes aren't that good yet.
Sorry.
Daria G. Not yet. You have to give me a week. Daria G with Yannick Sinner. Stefano Tsitsipas Aluma. Andrei Rublev with Sir Edgar. RDE Pacheco with Taylor Fritz. And let's do the last one. Francis TFO with Aman Kassam. That's the top 10.
Yeah, that's interesting. Who did we have? You've got Fakina.
Come on. Fucky.
Zverev. That's all right.
Not bad. I've had a lot worse.
I won the last one. We didn't even announce it. I won Player Roulette and Toronto with Yannick Sinner. So,
pretty crazy.
Yeah, no prize for me, though. But there will be prizes for the winner of the US Open if it's not Zverev or Fakina, obviously. But I don't mind unless you want to get me a prize for Toronto. I'm happy for you to send me something.
Maybe what we could do is we can, if you wanted to, we can switch to make it interesting. So at this moment, this is something I want to introduce. We now have the opportunity to switch players, and we'll do it on every single one. So I've got Fakina, you've got Zverev. Would you want to switch, yes or no?
No.
I don't either. So brilliant. That settles that one.
Great new segment.
I'm going to ask you every time because
All
one
right.
time you're going to be saying yes and I'm going to be saying no.
Most probably. Right, okay, that's that done and dusted. I will post those results of the player roulette up on the Patreon, up on YouTube, so everyone can check it out. But I'm excited. The US Open is only, 4 days away, and we will be having another countdown episode just the day before too, so join us for that.
Just a quick one, guys. If you don't see me on the video over the next week or so, it's because I'm going under the knife, really. Having an operation. It's not. I'm actually going under the laser to be correct, and I'm having laser eye surgery. So potentially you may hear my voice, but you may not see me. Or if you do see me, I'll be wearing sunglasses. So just so you're aware. And I'm not sure how I'm going to be doing the countdown as well. But I'll try and do my best to be here as much as possible. I'm super pumped for the US Open. And I can't wait for Carlos Alcaraz to win another slam. Let's go. Vamos, Carlitos.
Idimo.
Ciao, ciao, ciao.